Middle is another great one to teach your dog, especially if they're nervous or reactive, as it can give them a safe space to hang out. So we want to start with a piece of food in each hand, dog facing us, tuck one hand behind the back and feet spread roughly shoulder width apart. We're going to bring that tucked hand out and into the dog's nose, luring them in behind our bum, and then meet them in front with our other hand and feed. Throw a piece of food out in front of you to break or reset the dog for another repetition. When working with multiple dogs, this is the perfect time to reward them for staying and also reset your hands with food to go again. Now, most dogs will naturally offer a sit, but don't be afraid to start from a stand. Hand in the nose, verbal encouragement to move if needed. In behind the bum. Drop the food on the ground if you need a couple of seconds to get your other hand down in front to catch your dogs before feeding, breaking and resetting. Remember, reward your other dogs and reset your food hand. So we're going to show you from the side here and pay close attention to what the first lure hand does when it gets behind the back. Similar to our circle, it tucks up and immediately is replaced with our other hand. In the early stages, that other hand, which is my right hand, may have to be shoved between the legs and into the dog's face, which is where our dropping the food can also buy us time again. So a very awkward angle to show the food drop, which gives you a couple of seconds to get your other hand in front of the dog's face before they move, but also a blooper to show what happens when working with multiple dogs sometimes. Lucky here tried to squeeze in the middle as well. So in an ideal world, we want the working dog, which is Storm, to stay in position while we reset the other dog. And I've intentionally made this difficult by having my back to Loki, because I know that he cannot resist diving in the middle. Neither can Storm. Quick argument as to whether or not the bum actually has to be down for it to be a lie down before we show you the same exercise again with Loki. So we just want to show you a different angle and some progressions of how to make this harder for your dogs. So if I'm struggling to find the angle to get the dog facing me, I'll work with what they're giving me. In this case, Loki sat weirdly, so I just stood to face him. Then we go in with our lure into the nose, round behind the back, drop the food to give us a couple of seconds. You see Loki was a little confused. He gave that weird playboy down thing. But he also ate the food. I was able to catch him with my other hand and follow through into the middle position. It's always a good idea to feed a couple of times in middle position before breaking to build the desire to want to stay there rather than move straight out. So we're going to reset for another repetition, and this time we're going to focus on eye contact. So the dog looking up at us while they're standing in middle. Gain some verbal motivation to move if they need help following that cue. Now what I'm looking for is my dog looking at me. Okay, so you can see that head's right up there. I'm waiting for the eyes to be on me. Good. Food. Yes, I am using my food hand to bring his head up. I can fade that out later on if I want to. Here I ask for a sit and Loki naturally backs up, so I move with him. When I send him into the down, he doesn't really move position, so I don't have to change. Again, rewarding multiple times in each position before changing or resetting helps build the idea that we want you to hang out here for a little bit. Again, we're going to go from a different angle. You can see I've been working lots of playboys with Loki because he just keeps throwing them out there. Very, very common when you're teaching new things. Lure in the middle. And we're going to look for some eye contact. Good boy. Ask for a sit. You see I naturally stick my bum out when I ask for the sit because I know he's going to back up. Down. Good boy. Reward the down. Wait. Oh, he's in hand touch. Clearer cues. Then quicker signal. That's what works for us. Moving away from the dogs. Returning. Might add in some of my walk time distractions like putting my coat on. And we're done.